USC apparently on a run to the Pac-12 championship game. Make a stop at Arizona this week. We've got Steve Merrill on the line, as we always do. Steve is kind enough to stop by each and every Thursday, and not just here on the USC channel, but on our array of college football channels here at the Voice of College Football. So check out all the segments and all the big game matchups. All right, Steve, we got USC in Arizona, and we don't see 76.5 too often in the Power 5, but there it is.
Yeah, what's interesting about this game, first of all, is, what's the mindset of USC going to be after that tough loss against Utah? I've always said that, hangovers linger more after tough losses, especially high-scoring back-to-back losses, back-and-forth losses, 43-42. So not only is there a potential letdown here, they're on the road for the second time, and they're laying more than 2 touchdowns. So, USC could bounce back and win this game and still not cover, and I think that's probably what happens here. My math simulation favors the Trojans by 14, so the line is too high at 15.5. And you mentioned that high total, Mark. Arizona definitely has what we call backdoor cover potential here because they're a good offensive team. If you're going to take a team, as a big double-digit dog that you think might not win the game, you want backdoor cover potential where they can sneak into the fourth quarter. They're down 20. They lose by 13 with a late meaningless touchdown. Meaningless if you didn't have a bet on the game, of course. This is a team that's averaging 8 yards per pass, 31.5 points per game, 6.5 yards per play. So I like the Arizona offense. And if USC is a little bit flat, which I think they will be, that often shows on the defensive side. And let's put the USC defense in perspective. They give up 5.8 yards per play this year against teams that average 6.0. They're barely above average, and Arizona is better than that, 6.6. So I think Arizona, I'm not going to say they're a live dog. Could pull the upset, wouldn't shock me, but I definitely like them getting more than 2 touchdowns.
Join us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com, search Mark Rogers TV. Join our Voice of College Football community. Talk college football all the time right there on Discord. Get my picks, which I'm on a decent run, 32-17 against the spread the last 3 weekends. But, hey, this is the headliner. Steve's under-the-radar selection of the week on Patreon. He's 7-1 against the spread. Steve, thanks so much.
Thanks, Mark.